Okay, so beginning on the back, let's start in the neutral position again in Shavasana, either palms facing towards the sky or palms on your tummy for stabilization and grounding. Just notice where you're at this morning. What are your energy levels like? What's your breathing feel like? Do your breaths feel full and long? Or are they a little bit more shallow and short? Notice the temperature of the breath as you inhale through your nostrils. Follow the breath through the sinuses, the back of the throat, to the lungs. If your hands aren't already placed on your belly, go ahead and bring one hand to the low belly and then one hand to the mid belly or chest. And before manipulating your breath here and contorting it to the way you want, just see where you're at. Is one hand moving and the other hand still? Are they moving in unison or as a wave? Without judgment of wherever you are. Just accept your breath where it's at. We breathe all day long without ever having to think about it. So when we do slow down and intentionally and mindfully think of our breath, elongate our breath, slow down our breath, we are really able to tap into our central nervous system. And we begin to encourage our body to shift into parasympathetic state. Rest and digest, the healing state. Whenever you're ready, begin to count your breath for an inhale of 4 and an exhale of 4. If you're looking to really slow down, you can inhale for 4 and exhale for 6. The elongated exhale really helps us dive into that parasympathetic state, while the equal breaths help us find a little bit more balance. So just truly checking in with yourself and asking yourself what you need. Begin to count your breath. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale. I invite you to find an Ujjayi breath, also known as ocean breath or Vader breath. Essentially, it's a light constriction in the back of the throat as you inhale through the nostrils and out the nostrils. You can kind of hear it like an ocean breeze. Also, as if you were trying to fog up a mirror with your breath, like except with your lips sealed. On your next inhale, hug your right knee into your chest. As you inhale, feel the compression and the expansion of your body. And as you exhale, settle in a bit deeper. You can twist your ankle here, making ankle circles or foot circles in one direction, and then switching to the opposite direction. On your next exhale, extend your right leg long and hug your left knee in. Sitting with your full breath here, noticing if this side feels different than the right side. Exhale, left leg meets the right. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms up and around you. Give yourself a nice full body stretch again. And then as you exhale, turn to one side. Using your bicep as a pillow. Pausing here for a moment. Taking it easy and gentle with yourself this morning. Be proud of yourself for taking some time for you today. When you're ready, gently push yourself up into a comfortable seated position. You could find Sukhasana, easy seat, or hero's pose, where you sit on your knees and your ankles. Just finding something that gives your hips and knees room be comfy. Checking in with your alignment here. Maybe you need to move some fleshy parts away from the sit bone so that you can feel more deeply rooted. Maybe bringing a pillow up underneath you so that your hips can be slightly more elevated than your knees. Roll the shoulders up towards the ear and exhale them back and around the spine. Inhale the shoulders up towards the ear and exhale them down the back. Feel a long line of energy from the crown chakra to the root chakra. Eyes can be closed if that feels safe and comfortable to you. Or you can have your eyes open in a soft gaze. Palms can be to the sky for a receptive gesture, or palms face down for a more grounding stance. Inhale, flip the palms, bring them to your side, and inhale, palms up to touch above the head. Exhale, hands through heart center. Finding nice full inhale, circle, sweep the arms to touch above the head. And exhale, hands through heart center. Find 2 more of these rounds on your own. Finding your fullest inhales and your deepest exhales. On your next inhale, as you circle, sweep the arms above the head. Open arm twist to the right, and then place your right hand behind you and your left hand on your right knee for a gentle, easy twist. As you inhale, finding length in the spine, and as you exhale, subtly twist a bit deeper. Inhale, palms to meet above the head. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. And the exhale, twist to the left. Each inhale brings you space. And each exhale leaves you with a little bit more room. Inhale, palms up to touch. Exhale, hands through heart center. And drop the palms in front of you and come into a tabletop position. Checking in with your alignment here. Shoulders above wrists. Knees below hips. A light tone in the tummy to engage the core. Feel your ears in line with your shoulders, and then just plug your arms back into their sockets. So maybe you feel like a slight drop or a subtle drop in the chest, a light tuck of the pelvis. And then once you've found your sturdy, grounded tabletop. Drop the belly, lift the tailbone, look up for cow pose. And as you exhale, arch the back, tuck the pelvis, push the ground away with the palms, belly button to spine, drop the head, maybe the gaze is at the belly button or chest, cat pose. Inhale, dropping the belly, rolling forward, look up. Exhale, push the ground away, arch the back, belly button to spine, exhaling every last breath, feeling a stretch in your back, cat pose. And then just continue to flow back and forth between cat and cow with your own inhalations and exhalations, always allowing the breath to lead the movement, moving as slowly or as quickly serves you. Maybe finding some organic movements like pushing back into a child's pose and then slow rolling up into a cow, arching your back into cat and pushing back into child's pose. Maybe you find some C curves with your body. You can find some barrel rolls. Just waking up the spine this morning, getting the energy moving throughout the body. On your next inhale, come back into a neutral tabletop position. Tuck the right toes and extend the right leg. And then engage in the leg so much that it lifts up off the ground. Hips are squared to the mat. Foot is flexed so that the toes point to the ground. And imagine all of your muscles hugging into your bones. Your skeletal muscles are cradled by your musculatory system. On your next exhale, point the toes, arch the back like cat spine, bend the knee, and bring your knee to your nose. As you inhale, flex the foot, extend, make a stamp on the back wall with the sole of your foot. And as you exhale, point the toes and curl in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, extend. And then drop the back foot so toes meet the mat. And then turn your foot, your left foot as a kickstand out. Extend your right arm up above you. You're in a supportive side plank here. Arm can be reaching towards the ceiling or bicep closer to ear, and create a long line of energy from the pinky side of the right toe all the way to the middle finger of the right hand. On your next inhale, circle, sweep forward and up and around as your right hand meets your, like the right of your back hand meets your right shin, and you reach up and over with your left arm. Inhale, cartwheel the arms back down and find a tabletop position again. Finding that sturdy tabletop position, seeing where you need to engage, seeing where you need to release, getting to know your body in this moment. And on your next exhale, kick the left foot back, tuck the toes, maybe give yourself a little calf stretch, and then lift the foot up off the ground, knee in line with hip, ankle in line with knee, a long line of energy shooting from the hip to the soles of your feet, toes pointing to the ground. Always connecting with your breath. On your next exhale, point the toes, bend the knee, find your cat spine, curl in knee to nose. And as you inhale, extend, make a stamp on the back wall with your sole of the foot. Inhale, curl in, point the toes. Exhale, extend. Inhale, curl in. Exhale, extend. Inhale, curl in. Exhale, extend. Create a kickstand with the right leg. Drop the back left leg. And reach the right fingertips up towards the ceiling for a modified side plank. If you found your arm reaching by your ear on the other side, try it out on this side as well. See what feels good. On your next exhale, reaching and sweeping your left arm out and around you as your right arm reaches up and over. Finding a side body stretch on the right side. As you exhale, cartwheel the arms down into tabletop. From here, tuck the toes, hover the knees, and then gently push back into the downward dog. First downward dog of the day, pedal out the legs, bend into one knee, then the other. Check in with your alignment, come into a plank pose. And then push yourself back into downward dog. Deeply bend the knees. Heels can be lifted. Subtly rotate your triceps down to the mat as your biceps curl up towards your ear. Gently release the shoulder blades down the spine, away from the ears. Shake the head yes, shake the head no. Lift on your next inhale, lift the right leg, keeping hips squared. Exhale, curl in, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl in, knee to nose, and then plant the right leg in between both palms. Untuck the toes, drop the back knee, and find yourself in a low lunge. Check in with your alignment here. Maybe you come up onto your fingertips. Maybe you come up onto your knee. Energetically pull the right hip back as you pull the left hip forward, finding a subtle scissoring action in between those eyes. And maybe your gaze is about a foot in front of the right foot so that you can keep a long, natural spine. You're not looking up, you're not looking down, just gently looking in front of you. As you exhale, crawl the hands back towards the hips, flex the front foot, straighten the front leg, and find yourself in half Hanuman. As you inhale, slowly crawl forward. Plant the left hand, and then bring your right hand to your right knee, and then just gently twist to the right. If this feels good for you here, and you'd like to lift your right arm to the ceiling, I invite you to do that. On your next exhale, frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, lift the knee, and straighten the front leg, and find yourself in pyramid pose. On your next exhale, bend into the right knee, and then gently push yourself up into a forward fold. Bend the knees heavy here, drop the head, shake the head yes, shake the head no, release all the weight. Maybe you let your torso rest on your knees here, on your thighs. You can check in with the distance of your feet. They can be together, they can be hip width, gently placing about 2 fist sizes in between your legs is about hip distance. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, one vertebrae at a time. Roll all the way up to mountain pose. Circle, sweep the arms to touch above the head. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands and come into a plank position. Pausing here, feeling your core ignited, feeling like a long board of energy. On your next exhale, lift the hips, push back into downward dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, squaring the hips. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, pause, and then gently place the foot in between both palms. Pausing here for a moment, seeing how this side varies, finding any movement that you need to get comfortable in this position. Energetically pull the left hip back as you pull the right hip forward. Connecting with your breath here, always connecting with the breath. On your next exhale, straighten the front leg. Gently begin to walk the palms back to meet your hips. Left toes are flexed to the ceiling, half Hanuman. Maybe you gently fold forward, reaching your sternum to your shin. On your next inhale, gently bend the front leg, walk forward. Find yourself in runner's lunge again. Plant the right palm, and then bring your left hand to your left knee and find a gentle twist to the left. If you found an open-armed twist, I invite you to find that again. But remembering to be gentle and compassionate with our bodies where we are. On your next inhale, frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and bring your left leg, your left foot to meet your right. So coming into a plank position. Drop the knees here. And then gently lower down all the way to your mat. Untuck the toes, palms right beneath the shoulders. Engage in the back legs so much that the kneecaps lift up off the mat. And using your back body muscles, gently peel your chest up off the ground. Roll your shoulder blades up and back down your spine. Baby cobra. Exhale, maybe wiggle your way all the way back down, slithering all the way back down. Inhale, engage the legs, engage the back body, and peel up and off the ground, maybe finding a little bit of a deeper back bend. And then exhale, release forward. On your next inhale, tuck the toes. Hands are beneath the shoulders, and then maybe one hand print back. You can either keep your knees on the ground and push yourself up this way, or you can lift your legs up off the ground and then push yourself up into a plank position and then back into downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. Inhale, plant the foot in between the palms. Tuck the back toes. Keep the knee on the ground. Plant the left hand and then open arm twist to the right. On your next exhale, frame the front foot with both palms, lift up off the knee, and bring your left foot to meet your right into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, circle, sweep. Exhale, swan, dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands and come into a plank position. Pause here. Exhale, hips up and back, downward dog. Inhale, left knee lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. Inhale, knee to nose, pause, and then drop the foot in front in between both palms. Plant the right hand and then open arm twist to the left. Inhale, frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee up off the mat, and push yourself forward into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms up and around. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, palms touch above the head. Exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, come into plank. And then either dropping the knees or keeping the knees lifted, come into Chaturanga. So roll onto the tips of your toes. Shoulders will be slightly past your wrists, and then just bend your elbows back into a 90-degree angle, and then roll forward to upward facing dog. Push yourself up, roll over the toes, lift the hips, come into downward dog. Pausing here, connecting with your breath. On your next inhale, drop the knees and come into a child's pose. Be an active child's pose where your arms reach out in front of you, hips can be wide, knees can be wide. Your knees can be together, whichever one feels better for you. You can also have your arms come alongside you into a little pod position, a little seed. We are about to enter full moon in Libra. Libra is ruled by air. Libras are about balancing the scales and justice. And we are in the fiery sign of Aries. The sun is in the fiery sign of Aries. So as we shift into the moon in Libra with our sun in Aries, we have a need for speaking our truth. And we have a lot of passion behind it. So I encourage all of us to find a way to speak our truth in a way that can be heard through constructive criticism, constructive confrontation, not giving up what we believe in to fit the needs of others, but finding a way to communicate what we need so that others can hear us. On your next inhale, come back up into a tabletop position. Tuck the toes, hover the knees, and push up and back into downward dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. And on your exhale, come in like you're going to do knee to nose, but then just plant the foot instead. Coming into like a high runner's lunge here. Look at your back foot and then drop your left foot, left heel to the ground, so that your foot is parallel with the mat. You can check in and see if your right heel would be intersecting into the arch of the back foot, setting up for warrior 2 feet here. And then slowly, using your core, come up into warrior 2. Now we should be aligned here, But if you feel like you still need to adjust and fix whatever feels a little bit wonky, a little imbalanced, I invite you to find that here. Bending deeply into that front right leg. Finding the energy that is gathering in your feet. Pulling it to the midline, pulling it up through the pelvis, through your core, and then expanding and radiating out through your fingertips. Gaze can be just over your middle finger on your right hand, or gaze can be looking straight ahead. Whatever feels best for your neck. On your next exhale, flip the front palm, drop the left hand to meet the left leg, and then reach the right hand up and over for reverse warrior. Inhale back to warrior two. Exhale, reach the right hand forward. Tick-tock the arms as the elbow meets the knee. Reach your left fingertips up towards the sky. Side angle pose. Engaging in your core here as well as your legs. Lift back up into warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Reach, 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 reach forward until you can't reach anymore as you knock your hips to the left. Tick-tock the arms down into triangle. Right fingertips reach towards the ground, or they can be rested on your shins. Left fingertips pull you up so that you have elongated both side bodies. You're not crunching too much into your right side body. Feeling as if you could be fit in between two panes of glass. On your next inhale, bend into the right leg, find warrior two. Bring both hands to your hips and turn both toes to meet the long side of your mat. Inhale, extend both arms, be big. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center and then forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe walk your palms out so that you are in this like wide-legged downward dog. Opening the shoulders, dropping the chest to the ground. Slowly walk the palms back underneath your face for forward fold. And then as you exhale, crawl your hands to frame the front foot. Frame your left foot. We're turning. And then look back at your right foot. Drop your heel so that your foot is parallel with the short edge of the mat. Wiggle your left foot so that your heel intersects your right arch. And then find your alignment here. And then once you feel ready, you feel secure and stable, engage in your core muscles, engage in your back muscles, root through your legs, and then gently lift up into warrior two. Again, just noticing if this side feels any different, or if you need to adjust your legs to feel a little bit more comfortable. Always making sure that we're pulling the bent knee back into space versus letting it concave in forward. Gaze can be over middle finger. On your next exhale, flip the front palm and then reach up and over for reverse warrior. Breathe here. On your next inhale, reach to warrior two. You continue, reach forward, tick-tock the arms, find side angle pose. Your elbow can be resting on your knee, or if you'd like to make sure you're still engaging in your core muscles, you can bring that elbow off and you shouldn't move. On your next inhale, come back into warrior two, straighten the front leg, and then can reach forward with your left arm and tick-tock the arms into triangle pose. Feeling as if your right fingertips are pulling you up towards the ceiling, keeping a light bend as to not hyperextend the leg. On your next inhale, come back into warrior two. Bring both toes to point forward onto the long side of the mat. Come into star pose, and then exhale, hands to meet above the head. Point the toes slightly out towards each side of the edge of the mat, to the corners of the mat, and find goddess pose or horse pose. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms to touch above the head. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, arms to touch above the head. Exhale, hands through heart center, and then bring both hands to your knees. Let your shoulders ride up, and then slowly just dip one shoulder and twist it. And then dip the other shoulder and twist. Just wringing out the spine here, opening and stretching through the hips. As you exhale, bring both feet parallel to each other. Gently start heel toeing the feet closer together to like a shoulder width distance. And then exhale, squat down and find Malasana. Yogi squat. Inhale, plant the palms, lift the hips, forward fold, drop the head. And then exhale, bend the knees, come into Malasana. If you would like to play around with crow, I invite you to do that now. Plant the hands in front of you. And then you can lift the hips again. And then, like we did when we were going through our Chaturangas of bending the elbows back into like a 90-degree angle, you can do that and kind of create a shelf with your arms that you can bring one knee, play around with that, bring the other knee. Maybe both knees come up. Maybe you straighten the arms a little bit. Maybe the knees go outside of your triceps for flying frog. But just play around here and find your balance. Engage in your core muscles to pull you up into crow. Know that it is just a balancing posture. You don't have to have strong arms or anything like that. Your arms are strong enough. And then whenever you've had enough, you can just come into a child's pose. Thanking your body for all of the hard work, for all of the playtime. Whenever you feel ready, gently start pushing yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Bring both soles of the feet to the mat as the knees point up. And then exhale, slowly start rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Maybe gently wiggle your shoulder blades underneath your heart space to just bring a slight elevation to the heart, slight openness. I invite you to bring your right ankle to cross over your left knee for Supine Pigeon. On your next exhale, gently hug your left knee into your chest. Maybe rocking from side to side. Sensing what is open and what is tight. On your next exhale, release the grip of the left leg. Cross your right leg over your left. Gently bump your hips to the right, and then let your knees fall to the left. Maybe your gaze is to the ceiling. If you'd like a little bit of a deeper twist, I invite you to gaze right. Twists are all about detoxification, wringing out the old to make room for the new. Springtime has kind of that same energy. We begin to clear out the old in spring cleaning, clear out our yards, our closets, our homes, our bodies, so that we can make room for new growth. On your next inhale, bring both knees to the ceiling as you plant both feet firmly on the ground. Bring your left ankle to cross over your right knee, finding a figure four position. On your next exhale, hug your right knee into your chest. For Supine Pigeon. Maybe rocking from side to side, seeing if the side feels different, if there's more stagnant energy, things feel a little bit tighter, or maybe the opposite. Maybe the side's a little bit more open. knowing that with each exhale, we create a little bit more space for growth, a little bit more room to release. And it doesn't have to be huge shifts or huge changes. Subtle energy shifts, subtle changes after time do become big shifts. On your next exhale, release the grip from your left leg or from your right leg. Gently bump the hips to the left, cross the legs completely over one another, and then drop both knees to the right. Finding a comfortable spot for your gaze. Flushing out the things that no longer serve us so that we may have energy, strength, and resilience to speak with the heart, with compassion, with our truth. Inhale, bring both knees up to the ceiling as you plant the soles of the feet. If there's any postures that you're looking for here, maybe some hip movements, maybe happy baby. Maybe the movement that you require doesn't have a name. Find whatever movement medicine you need in this moment. Breathe in all of your truth, all of your gratitude, and exhale anything that doesn't serve you, anything that is old, anything that you need to let go of. Inhale, new growth, rebirth, freshness, springtime. And as you exhale, release your legs out into Shavasana. Let your toes fall apart from one another. Maybe gently tuck your shoulder blades underneath your heart space. Arms come at a 45-degree angle away from the body. Palms can face up, but truly find whatever way you feel most comfortable to truly allow all of the movement, all of the intention that we've cultivated for the last hour to settle in. As you're slowly ready to wake up, Start bringing awareness and movement to the fingers and the toes, the wrists and the ankles. Feel all of the energy move through your body, waking up each little cell, each little working part of your body that works so hard every day. See if you can envision your breath, your awakening, giving them life force energy. Imagine showering all of your cells, all of your muscles, all of your fascia with this vibrant, vital life force energy. All the way from your toes to your feet, your ankles, your shins and your calves, your knees, all of it just being bathed in vital energy. Your quads, your hamstrings, your pelvic area, your abdominal, your solar plexus, your low back, your hips. This vital life force energy, this healing energy is showering all of your cells, all of the working parts of your body as it moves up to your chest, your heart, your lungs, to your back body, your neck, shoulders, arms, forearms, back and front of hands, each fingertip and finger, as it whirls its way through the neck, the jaw, the cheeks, the mouth, the nose, and the sinuses, just clearing and healing all of it, each cell, all the way to your eyeballs, your third eye center, your temples, every ounce of your brain, your skull, all the way to your crown chakra. Feeling this energy now coursing through you, each cell newly rejuvenated. Inhale, circle, sweep your arms up and around you. As palms touch above the head, exhale your hands through heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me this morning. Thank you to the teachers who have taught before me and who will continue to teach after me. Thank you for this journey of resilience and understanding. Bring your thumbs to your third eye, a gentle bow to all we love. And then your thumbs to your heart center. And then bring your thumbs to your mouth and seal it with a kiss. I love you, baby.
To